Hope you guys are having a great day today. Hope this week started off well for you, and maybe you're being able to watch a video or do some reading on Epic or get some math done on IXL. I hope so. I want to talk a little bit about math today for our math lesson. We're going to start a couple of lessons, this time and next time on geometry. And so geometry is just the study of shapes. And you guys have all learned shapes from when you were maybe in preschool, right? You learned your basic shapes. For instance, you learned, square, right? Square and probably triangle, right? And probably circle, right? And then, of course, rectangle would be another one that you would have been able to recognize. And so today we're just going to take that idea and take it a little step further, and we're going to look at sides and angles today. Okay? Okay, and we're going to look at two-dimensional shapes. So I've got some two-dimensional shapes up here that I'd like to go over with you. So a two-dimensional shape is a shape with a length and a width. So when I say that, what I mean is a length and a width. Those are the sides of my shape. So right here, a length and a width, or a length and a width, right? And of course, where a length and a width come together is called an angle. So right here we would say that our square has four angles. Where a length and a width meet, that's where the corner is. Okay, an angle is just kind of a fancy name for corner, right? So right here, we would look here at the triangle. Okay, so a triangle would have three angles, right? Where the length meets the width, okay? Well, there's lots of other shapes just besides triangles and squares and rectangles. So we're going to look at a few patterns that we see in those other shapes that you might have noticed around. So, for example, one here, this little one right here, it also has four sides like a square and a rectangle, but it's not a rectangle and it's not a square. This one is called a trapezoid, okay? And then we see another one like this. Okay, this one has six sides and six angles, and this one is called a hexagon, okay? And of course, we already know this one here, we would maybe call this one a diamond, but now that you're in second grade, we would call it a parallelogram. Now, there's a few words to think about whenever we are looking at shapes. And so I want to write them up here that can kind of help you figure out shapes as you're thinking about them and how many angles and sides that they have. So the first word is the word try. Now this is not try like T-R-Y, like I'm going to try and learn how to ride a bike. This is T-R-I. And in math, the T-R-I means three. So can you think of a shape that has three sides? Well, I'm hoping that you are saying a triangle, right? Oh, let me get the bigger one. Because a triangle has three sides, right? 1, 2, 3, and three angles. 1, 2, 3. And you might notice that word for triceratops, right? A dinosaur that has three horns, or tricycle, right? A bike that has three wheels. Okay, another one that we're going to talk about really quickly is quad. Okay, and quad means four. So when we hear the word quad, you might be thinking of a quad runner that has four tires, right? And there are many shapes that we would call quadrilaterals, shapes that have four angles or four sides. And of course, a quadrilateral would be a square, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. A quadrilateral would also be a rectangle. 1, 2, 3, 4. A quadrilateral would also be a trapezoid, right? Let me put over here. A trapezoid, and a quadrilateral would also be a parallelogram, right? Four angles, four sides. Okay, let's do another one. The next one is penta. Like a pentagram, right? And of course, that one means 5. So like a stop sign would be a shape that would have 5 angles and 5 sides. Okay, the last one that I wanted to talk about is hex. Hex hexagon. A hexagon is a shape that has 6 angles and 6 sides. And so a hexagon would be a shape like this, right? With 6 angles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6 sides on it. Right now, a little trick that might help you remember hexagon is the word 6, S-I-X, has an X as the third letter, and so does the number, and so does hexagon. It has an X as the third letter in the word there. Okay, so as you're looking around the house, maybe you can find some things that are these shapes. Maybe something that's a hexagon, maybe something that's a quadrilateral, maybe something that's a triangle, right? So you might be looking around your house and looking at things that are considered two-dimensional shapes, shapes that have a length and a width and an angle where the length and the width come together. Okay, so for example, right here, if I was going to draw a triangle, right, here we go, here's the side, right, here is the angle, right, or the corner, right, the side and the angle. Okay, so when you're looking at shapes, that's what we're thinking about in, in second grade. I think I wrote angel instead of angle. There we go. Okay, and same with a square or a rectangle. That would be a quadrilateral, right? So here's the side of the square, and then of course here is the angle, right? 4 angles. A pentagon, right, would have 5, kind of like the shape of a house. And then, of course, a hexagon would have 6, right? Okay, so I hope that you're able to do a little bit of practice on IXL. We're going to start off with 2-dimensional shapes today, and then tomorrow we'll look at 3-dimensional shapes where we have a length, a height, and also a width, okay? So, hope you guys have a great day today. Look around your house for some shapes. See if you can find some triangles, some quadrilaterals, a pentagon, and maybe a hexagon. All right, look at those sides and those angles and count them up and make sure that they match with our key words to help us know what shape we're talking about. All right, so have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye.